So you're thinking about moving to Noblesville, Indiana, but you aren't sure what all the housing options are. So today we're going to go ahead and take you through 5 different neighborhoods. Some are going to be new construction and some are going to be pre-existing neighborhoods, just to show you what Noblesville has to offer, and they're going to be in varying price points as well. We're also going to show you a brand new community that hasn't yet started construction, and we're also going to share with you a market update. So stick around because you don't want to miss it. Welcome to the Discovering Central Indiana YouTube channel. I'm Eric Pelz with the Pelz Realty Group. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Central Indiana, go ahead and subscribe so you're updated on the market and everything going on in Central Indiana. My business partner Julie and I, we get calls and texts every single day from people just like you who are looking to make their move to Central Indiana. So whether that's in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call. Noblesville has a wide variety of housing options. So we're going to go ahead and start at the low end and end at the high end. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first neighborhood. Our first stop today is going to be the Meadows community. It's a pretty massive community. It's got a couple hundred houses, but when I'm walking through it, it is a beautiful community. It's nice and quiet. It's also located by a ton of different amenities. So we're off of 191st Street and 37, and you got a ton of amenities by that general area here in Noblesville. Some of those nearby amenities are going to be Forest Park. Beautiful park. You're going to be about 3.8 to 4 miles away from there. And downtown Noblesville is not far whatsoever. You're looking about 3.4-ish miles, so about 10 minutes away. You also are not far from the 37 strip malls and strip centers in Noblesville, so you have a ton of different amenities surrounding this general area. You have varying price points in the Meadows. You're going to start around low to mid 3s and going all the way up to the mid to high 4s, depending on the square footage of the home, the amenities that home has. Some of these homes have a basement, others have slabs. And as I'm walking through the neighborhood again, I would say this is a perfect community for first-time home buyers and those who are looking to get their second or even third home, just because you have a wide variety of housing styles here. You got 2 stories and you got ranches as well. As I'm driving through the Meadows, it's very expansive. You have a ton of different options and opportunities here. Each section's a little different. What I'm noticing with some of these homes in this current section is you got a masonry and vinyl siding. Other areas are going to be just vinyl. I don't see any hardy plank on these homes just because they're a little older. I want to say these homes are probably built in 1985-ish to 1995-ish. That's what they look like. But some are going to all be masonry. Then it's going to be a combination of masonry and vinyl siding as well. When it comes to amenities for the neighborhood, you have a pool, you have playgrounds, and since the community is just so extensive and big, you can use the sidewalks to just walk around. You got miles of sidewalks, honestly, so you can walk your dogs. You can just take a nice stroll during the evening with your family, whatever you'd like. So that's a nice feature in my opinion. Here we are in Pebble Brook. It's our next stop on the list. Pebble Brook is located right off of State Road 32, just west of the Westfield and Noblesville border. And because we're so close to Westfield, you can absolutely take advantage of all the amenities Westfield has to offer as well. And some of those amenities nearby are going to be a new Meijer off of Hazeldale. You've got just a ton of development. You got car washes being built, just a ton of stuff happening right by this area off of 32. And when it comes to price in Pebble Brook, we're looking at high 3s all the way up to low 5s, because this neighborhood is just very diverse in terms of what you can get. You can get a lot of ranches, but you also have 2-story homes as well. And just walking through the neighborhood, it's a very nice neighborhood. It's quiet, very well kept. People take care of their homes. They look very good and pristine. The yards are taken care of as well. Here we're in a section of the neighborhood that has primarily 2 stories, and you can see just the different styles here. So the home directly behind me is mainly masonry and vinyl siding. Some homes are going to have just vinyl siding, but a lot of homes have a combination of vinyl and masonry siding. You're also going to have a combination of 2 to 3 car garages. Most of these garages, what I'm seeing, is going to be front loading, no side loaded garages. A cool feature of this community is it surrounds a golf course. Now, this is not a private golf course. This is open to the public. There are no membership fees associated with HOAs, so it's open to the public. They do have daily rates, and if you want to join one of their clubs, then you'll have membership fees, but there's not like memberships for the golf club, just clubs, and then you'll pay those associated membership fees of being part of those clubs. Currently driving through Pebble Brook, and one thing that I am noticing is just honestly how expansive the neighborhood is. There's also some Pebble Brook little strip centers as well, right off of 32. They're mainly restaurants that you can go to, grab a bite to eat. I believe you got like a Subway, something like that in there. But it's something that not a lot of neighborhoods have. Before we start looking at these new construction neighborhoods, I just want to give a quick little disclaimer, and it is we always recommend using an agent when building new construction and bringing your agent with you at that first initial meeting so that sales rep at the new construction community can write them down as your representation. And the reason why we always recommend using an agent is because they're going to be able to represent you and advocate for you with the builder. A lot happens in the new construction process, from dirt build even all the way to just buying a quick move-in. We always recommend having independent inspections done throughout the entire process. Even if you're going to buy a quick move-in, and a quick move-in is going to be a home that is already built and ready to go, all you got to do is just say, hey, I want to buy this home, write up the contract, and if the offer is accepted, you can typically move in within about 30 days, give or take. But we always recommend using an agent because they can advocate for you during that process. You're going to get handed off to multiple people on the builder side, from the sales rep to the construction manager, and even if there is a design center portion to that, you'll get handed off. That agent's going to be there with you the entire time, making sure that everything is done correctly, making sure that your choices are put in, and just generally advocating for you, taking the time to go to that home site. At least that's what we are going to do, and just making sure things look good and bringing any concerns that we might have to your attention. You have a full-time job, you're busy with life. That is our job, to advocate for you, to make sure everything is going well. If things aren't going well, no worries, we'll just reach out to the builder and advocate for you, because in the end, when you're building new construction, it's not a us versus builder. It's more, hey, let's work together to find a solution. We're all in this together to get you into the home. But we always recommend using that agent. The first new construction neighborhood we are showing you guys today is Silo Ridge. And Silo Ridge gets its name from the silo that is towards the back of the community. And so right now we are off of 166th Street. And the nice thing about Silo Ridge is how close it is to a ton of different amenities. You have Hamilton Town Center about 3.3 miles away. You got Ruoff Music Center 2.7 miles away. So that's super nice, because you are really close to a lot of different amenities. Silo Ridge is built by MI Homes, and this is one of the models right behind me. It is the Foster. So let's go ahead and check it out. That was just one of the model homes that MI has. There are tons of different models that you can choose from. You have over 19 models. You have single family homes, you got 2 stories and ranches. You also have paired villas as well, and you have the uptowns as well, which are going to be the 2-story paired villas. When we talk about pricing here in Silo Ridge, you're going to start in the high 3s and it can go all the way up to the low 7s, just because you have such a numerous amount of models that you can choose from. You have single family homes that you can have either a slab or a basement, and even a finished basement if you want. So now we're going to go ahead and check out one of the paired villas, and the model behind me is going to be the Bella Vista. So let's go ahead and check it out. So with Silo Ridge, one thing you'll notice about the single family homes, especially the single family homes, is you can definitely have different elevations and just the overall look. So the home behind me, it is just recently built and it's actually sold, but you can see you have different peaks and valleys with the roofs and gables. You have hardy plank siding on pretty much all the homes. With this one, you've got masonry, but then the one next to it right here, you have stone, and it's a little different. You've got the shake on the home as well. It's basically giving that little pixelated look. And then even behind me, you can see a little bit of a different with the elevation with this home here. It's got the shake shingles as well. Some of the amenities here in Silo Ridge are going to be, you got a pool, you got playground for your kids, you got nice walking trails. It is definitely a large community. It's going to be over 300 homes when everything is said and done. They've been building it up for a couple years now, but it's got a ways to go as well. So as I'm walking through this community, one thing I do notice with the homes that are being built is you have this zip system siding. So the nice thing with the zip system siding is you don't have to have house wrap. Now you do have to tape up the seams, as you can see right here, but it acts as a nice water vapor barrier. So that's just something to say about the construction. I think that's a nice thing to have, but generally speaking, all the homes that I'm seeing being built are going to have that nice zip system. Like many builders, MI Homes is offering different rate buydowns and incentives on their quick move-ins and some of their dirt builds, but the catch is you have to qualify through MI Financial. So there's always that caveat. So if that's something that interests you, let us know and we can absolutely get you more information. The next new construction neighborhood that we are currently at is going to be the Timbers, and it's built by Lennar. I know we covered Lennar in the Westfield neighborhood tour for new construction, but Lennar is everywhere. They have tons of different sites in Noblesville. A lot of them are going to be up and coming sites. They're not being built yet, but they are currently developing them. So in a lot of ways, it's very similar to the other neighborhood in Westfield, Aberdeen. It's very similar just in terms of what they offer. Lennar does more spec homes, so they'll build out a section. Once they get to the drywall phase, they'll go ahead and start building another section because they're selling out of that first section. So right behind me, we have a model right now. It is got a 3-car garage, side loading garage. As you can see, it's got hardy plank siding and masonry, and that's what you're going to find with a lot of these homes. They're very similar in just, you got masonry front and then hardy plank siding at the side and above on the second levels as well. But they also do offer various colors. Most of the colors on these homes are going to be neutral. Here's a home right behind me. It's got more of a white brick finish. So there is variation when it comes to home colors. They don't put the same color home next to each other or even right across the street. When it comes to pricing, these homes are going to start in the mid 4s and go all the way up to about the mid 7s, depending on the style of the home, the model, and the features. A lot of these features are already included. They pre-package all these features together and based off of what the market is telling them people like. So you're not necessarily going to be able to build a home from the ground up. They're going to start that home. If you like the home, the style of the home, you can say, hey, can we change X, Y, and Z if it's, say, in pre-drywall, but typically you can't make tons and tons of changes if they even allow that. Now let's go ahead and check out the model right behind me. So this is going to be the Oxford. So let's go ahead and check it out, and hopefully you guys like it. Right now, this community that Timbers is offering some incentives in terms of rate buy downs for their quick move-ins, because what Lennar will typically do is just build a bunch of quick move-ins and sell those. But since it's the end of the year in 2024, they are offering more incentives just to move product and inventory. So get in contact with us if that's something that interests you, if you want more information on those incentives. So just walking through this community, I can't say it's a quiet community right now just because it's new construction. They've got one section built out for the most part. They're going to be moving on to phase 2, and when everything is said and done, this community is going to have about 300 homes, and this community is right off of State Road 38, so it's a pretty heavily traveled road. I didn't even know that this community was back here until I looked it up. It's nestled back a little bit, which is really nice. I don't hear any road noise from 38 because it's a very heavily traveled road. You're getting new construction noise right now because that's just the reality of it right here. Right behind me, they're going to be building their amenity center with a pool. That'll probably come early to mid 2025. But this is the Timbers neighborhood built by Lennar. We are in the Sagamore neighborhood. The official name is Sagamore of Noblesville. It's located off of East 166th Street. And it's a beautiful neighborhood. In terms of pricing, we're looking anywhere from $850 at the low end all the way up to a couple million. And that's because this neighborhood is made up of really nice custom homes. And as we're walking through, the homes just vary a lot in terms of what they look like. And honestly, some of these roof lines are crazy. So the one behind me, very different roof lines that I wouldn't want to get on that roof. That'd be kind of scary without being strapped into something, because I don't want to fall off. Walking through the neighborhood, you'll just see a ton of different styles of homes because these are all custom homes. So the home behind me, you'll see it's more of a modern and contemporary look. And you'll have that throughout the neighborhood, more modern and contemporary, but then you're going to have more traditional styles as well, which is really cool because they blend the different style of homes very well, in my opinion. So then the home right next to me is going to be a little more contemporary, not as modern. Another cool style is this one right here. It's got almost like a farmhouse style too. Beautiful stone and beautiful hardy siding as well. As I'm walking through the neighborhood, one of the biggest things that sticks out to me is just it's got a high-end feel just because of the architecture of the homes, the price of the homes. They truly are beautiful homes. As you can see, you got a little more of a modern contemporary home here, but then you'll have homes that have a mixture of masonry and stone, or hardy plank siding and stone, or masonry. It's just, the sky's the limit because these are all custom homes, and it's just cool to come through here, honestly, and just admire what the builders have done, the architectural design, and just appreciate it. So one really cool home that I want to point out is the home right behind me. It's got a combination of a contemporary feel, more modern, but also traditional as well. And I think it's really cool just how the builder and the architects designed the home. And it's got beautiful stone siding too. This community also surrounds a private golf course, as you can see right behind me, 18 holes, and it was designed by Jack Nicklaus. He's a well-known and renowned designer of golf courses. Right behind me, you'll see, is actually an empty lot. So they are still building a couple lots here in Sagamore. There's still some construction going on. So if you are a big fan of Sagamore, you can still build your custom dream home. So if that's something that interests you, definitely reach out to us. When I'm driving through this neighborhood, I can just see, just as I've said it before earlier, just the different architecture, the different styles of homes, the modern and contemporary, and then the traditional. But also, there's just such a vast difference in the size of homes as well. You have homes that are really big and impressive, but then you have more moderately sized homes. You have a combination of, you know, 1-story homes and 2-story homes. With mainly, you've got 3-car garages here in this neighborhood. I don't think I've seen like 2-car garages, but they're all going to be side loading garages for the most part. But just, you know, as my business partner Julie and I are driving through here and talking about this neighborhood, like there really is no home that we don't like. These are all beautiful homes. I would live in any of these homes. They're just beautiful, and they all have private lots, which is super nice. These lots are big as well, so you're not on top of each other. That's a really great thing, especially when you're in this price point. You shouldn't be on top of each other, because in some communities, especially some communities in, say, like Westfield, you're paying, say, like $800,000, $850,000, close to $1 million, and you don't have much of a yard, and you're on top of each other. Like, the homes are super close together. Where here, like, you've got, like, you know, probably at least, you know, 12 feet, 15, 20 feet between each home. And it's just super impressive in what they've done. I mean, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of Sagamore and just what they have done with the community. It's a very quiet community, so I'm driving through here. It's a Tuesday. It's 2:53 p.m. right now. Very quiet. It'll probably get a little busier here as kids and people come home from work. But that's what I'm seeing here in Sagamore. So, my tripod. Right now we are at a brand new community that is currently being developed, and it's Magnolia Ridge. And it's going to be a mixed community of Pulte homes and Lennar homes. So this section right here is going to be the Pulte homes, and then I believe past the tree line on the other side is going to be Lennar homes. What we've been told by Pulte is Magnolia Ridge is going to be a replacement for their Westmore neighborhood, which is just southwest of here. So it'll be really interesting to see how they build out this neighborhood and what they're offering. Currently, there's not much info on Magnolia Ridge, but we're just excited for this new neighborhood because I'm a personal fan of Westmore. I know Julie, my business partner, is a fan of Westmore. We had clients that built in Westmore, so having a replacement for Westmore, since Westmore is pretty much sold out now, is going to be really, really great. So we're just excited to see what comes of it. As I'm walking through this development, I've noticed that they have started to place utilities. So as you can see, we have the roads. They are already in, which is great. And then you have your gas and electrical here. You have pretty much most of your utilities already run and in. So then all they have to do is just tie into them when they start building. So it wouldn't surprise me if they started building within the next couple months and make homes available in the next couple months as well. So just stay tuned because we'll keep you guys updated on it. Now we've showed you a couple of different neighborhoods in Noblesville, new construction and pre-existing. Let's go ahead and do a quick market update. So currently the median price here in Noblesville is going to be $403,000. Now, when it comes to median price is going to constantly be fluctuating. So median price right now has dropped a bit because it's not peak season since we're filming this in November. But when it comes to springtime, that median price goes up. So it absolutely fluctuates based on supply and demand, mainly demand. That's how median price works. So it's lower right now, but trust me, it will go up in the spring. Noblesville's current inventory of pre-existing homes is going to be 125. Now, that is a small amount considering the amount of single-family homes that are in Noblesville, which is 20,000. So when you take those two numbers, you're going to have 0.625% of single-family homes on the market at any given time. That price can go up or down based on supply and demand and the time of year. But right now, the amount of single-family homes that are on the market is 6.625. So that's not a ton. So that's one reason why new construction can also be a good option depending on what you're looking for and what you want. That's why we always like to give new construction options when we're showing you guys the areas, the homes, and just the neighborhoods in general. It gives you options. That was the neighborhood tours of Noblesville, Indiana, just showing you guys kind of what Noblesville has to offer. And comment below, what was your favorite neighborhood? And remember, if you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call.